Here's our lab. Tiny again, but does the trick.
When you are a patient person and you can cope with the fact that you are stuck with a small number of people in a small confined space, it's wonderful. It's absolutely one of the best things that ever happened to me.
I'm really out of breath because I've been on a ship for 3 weeks. They have this giant field to run around on all the time.
And it heightens everything while you're here. It's a life-changing place.
It's so beautiful. It really makes me feel like really motivated to keep pushing and keep reporting on climate change and making people pay attention and finding ways to make people pay attention. It's really quite overwhelming, especially when you know that it is happening, climate change is happening. It's not something we can avoid, it's something we have to do something about. It's just, what the hell do we do?
Our biggest threat to the environment is that we believe that somebody else is going to do something about it.
So we know there's a problem. It's just, who's going to solve it? Or should I say, who can solve it? Should governments take more action? Should businesses become more responsible? Or is it all just down to us?
I've been sleeping without air conditioners on.
Not wasting water. I take really quick showers.
I'm a vegetarian. I try to eat a lot less meat.
I start separating my food and composting them. To produce very less plastic and other waste.
Wherever possible, I use public transport. Try to turn out the lights, use less water, that kind of stuff.
But not everyone's convinced we can make a difference.
Well, these are a lot of very small cumulative changes. I don't think that they make significant changes to the overall energy system.
This is David Hone, Chief Climate Change Advisor at Shell.
Lots of small changes are good. It may not affect the total to as much as that person expects. So the change really has to happen at a systemic level.
That changes either need to be made by making it incredibly tangible and easy, or the oil companies are going to have to be the ones to pave the way forward.
Businesses have a unique role in society, which is a commercial role, and their focus is primarily commercial. Moralizing in society belongs to other people. It belongs to the government. It belongs to institutions like the church.
If you don't see it, it's probably because you're a CEO of an oil and gas company and you just don't want to see it.
I think business is taking a role in the formulation of these sort of laws and this framework within which it operates. But it's, I think it's really the role of government to set that framework.
Okay, so if it's not the responsibility of businesses, then are we back to politics?
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
The Paris Agreement is the world's attempt to fight global warming. It's a pledge to keep global temperature from rising by any more than 2 degrees from what it was before the start of the Industrial Revolution. 195 parties signed the agreement in 2016, even North Korea, but 3 countries aren't in it. Nicaragua, because the agreement doesn't go far enough, Syria, because it's in the midst of civil war, and now the United States of America.
I think the Paris Agreement will have no impact one way or the other.
This is Harrison Schmidt from earlier, who is convinced nature is the primary cause of climate change.
If we'd stayed in, it'd have a major impact on the economy of the United States and the well-being of U.S. citizens.
Trump's withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement is disgraceful. It will not stand. There's absolutely no basis for it, and it's a danger for the United States and a danger for the world.
So if it's not the responsibility of business, governments can't be trusted, and if we can't make a difference, then what's the answer? I travelled to the Starmus Festival in Norway. Some of the world's brightest minds are here, including Stephen Hawking.
We have given our planet a disastrous gift of climate change. We are running out of space. and the only places to go to are underworlds. It is time to explore other solar systems. Spreading out may be the only thing that saves us from ourselves.
It's been a pretty overwhelming experience. I'm a bit worried about kind of going back into a world where there's a lot of climate change cynics. It's been so great to be somewhere where everyone is so passionate about getting things done. And there's been a couple of solutions teams put together to come up with tangible solutions and things that everyone can do, whether it's from automatic recycling, making your own washing powder, to something much bigger. One of the kind of main points to come out of this for me is that no one on this ship wants to alienate climate change deniers. You know, no one wants to kind of have a go at them. They don't really want to quibble over how it's caused. They just want to focus on how we can fix it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone's going to come up with. So why did we go to Into the Earth? Well, we wanted to open up the dialogue of climate change to everyone because it affects all of us. I guess we thought there might be a solution to global warming, but we grew to realise that there's no easy answer. The climate is changing, regardless of whose fault it is. We just need to stop playing the blame game. So there's a responsibility that's required of all of us, from the very top world leaders to businesses to the person at the bottom who's got a vote. If these big corporations won't accept moral responsibility, then I guess it's down to us to make sure that we're voting in world leaders who act in our planet's best interests. Because as simple as it might sound, we can't just up and move to another planet. This one is ours, and it's our responsibility to make sure we fix it for future generations.
When I have kids one day, I want to be able to tell them that I did what I could and I tried to protect the world that they hopefully will try.
Tell us what motivates you to tackle climate change.
That right there.